All right, we're recording. We're good to go. Okay, so tonight I just wanted to talk to you guys about kind of two things, and just they're very similar. But one of them was just like I really wanted to talk about one topic, and then this one like came into my head, and I'm like, you know what? I really should like hone in on this. So I really wanted to talk to you guys tonight about belief, and I watched this awesome video on YouTube. It's from a Beachbody coach. He's been on a couple of different national wake up calls. His name's Michael. I'm probably going to butcher his last name. Carrasco. I don't know. He is phenomenal. He does this video on belief, and it's like a 5-year-old video, but it's truly incredible. And like, it's 11 minutes long. I'll have to share the link with you guys, but it was awesome. And he basically just talks about why coaches don't have success when it comes to inviting or growing their team or coaching in general. And he said, whenever you sign up to do Beachbody, whether you are a challenger or you're signing up to be a coach, there's really like two areas that coaches fall into. One of them is the coach who's like gung-ho, all in, has total belief that this is going to work. They're like, you know what? I'm going in to do this 30-day program, and I know it's going to produce results. I'm going all in. I'm doing my meal plan, drinking Shakeology or the performance line. I'm excited. This is going to be awesome. But then you have this other coach who's like, I don't really think I'm going to get good results in 30 days. I'll dip my toes in the water. I'll see how it goes. We'll kind of just play along with it, kind of go with the flow. If it works, great. If not, whatever, I'll get my money back. And from there, he talks about how that really affects us when it comes to our businesses and when it comes to us being coaches. We have coaches who will sign up and they're like gung-ho, balls to the wall. They're like, I am making an Instagram. I'm doing the coach sneak peek. Even as a new coach, I'm still doing these things. I'm getting on team calls. I'm doing power hours. I'm checking off everything that I need to do because they have total belief in this. Even if it's not happening for them quite yet, or they don't have the paycheck, or they don't have the team behind them, they still believe that they're going to get there, and they have that belief in this business. But then you have some coaches who sign up and they're like, well, I'll do stuff here and there. I may post a little bit on Facebook. I may post a little bit on Instagram. I'll show up for my stories occasionally. They don't go all in. And as harsh as it sounds, it's definitely tough love. But those coaches are not as successful as the coaches who go all in. And then when they have questions, they're researching. They're watching YouTube training videos on how to do X, Y, and Z. They're going through the coach training. They're following along the coach ebook. They're jumping in with 2 feet and not just dipping their toes in the water. So that was something that I just kind of wanted to touch on tonight was, ask yourself right now, ask yourself when we get off the call, do I have belief in this business? Do I have belief in these programs? Because if you don't, I don't want you to waste your time, right? Like, it's great if you want to get the discounts. That's absolutely phenomenal. Like, please do so. Have belief in the products and the programs, but you have to have belief in yourself and belief in this business if you want to be successful. Because the people who come to me and they're like, oh, well, people aren't responding to me, or people are ghosting me, or people are telling me that they don't have money. He says it so bluntly, and it's so true though, is that when you're reaching out to people and they're not committing, yes, they may have personal things that are, preventing them from saying yes at the moment, but they also probably don't have that belief 100% in you. And you have to sit back and ask yourself, okay, wait, do I have that 100% belief in me with either coaching or being a challenger in a fit camp? Are you posting to your challenger every single day? Are you using the products? Are you going through the workout programs? Have you gone through the coach ebook? Did you do the coach online training? By doing these things, you are seriously setting yourself up for success in this business. Whether you want to take that success a little bit slower, but you're showing yourself, hey, listen, I'm doing these things because I know that one day, and it may not be right now, it may not be next week, it may not be until a year from now, but I can see this happening for other people. And I know it's going to happen to me too. And for so long, I sat back on the sidelines because I did not believe this was going to happen for me. Seriously, I used to see so many other coaches hit diamond and 1-star and 2-star, and they're paying for their mortgage, or they're able to quit their full-time jobs. I'm like, that's really cool. Like, that is truly amazing. Like, that they were able to go do that. I'm like, that'd be cool if it happened to me, but I I don't think it will. And there were months where I wouldn't do Shakeology, and then I would do Shakeology, and then I would do programs and then not do them. And I was not in this 100%. I really wasn't, with coaching and with my boot camps, or with like the programs and everything, my fit camps. And I just kind of like hung back, got the discounts, signed people up if they came to me, and that was awesome. But literally 2 years ago, I was like, I'm going to stop that, because I'm in the season where I don't want to work full time anymore. Like, I always thought I wanted to work full time and be a mom full time and just juggle everything at once, and I couldn't. And I knew that that was going to happen. And I was like, you know what? I can see so-and-so leaving their full-time jobs. I see her making X amount of dollars every week. Why can't I do that? And I was like, you know what? You can do that. I had these limiting beliefs that kept telling myself, oh, you're not qualified to do that. You're not old enough to be in that position. You have to work. It's what society says that you have to do. And when I shut all that off, my entire business took a 180. It was absolutely insane. Our team started growing. I started getting more confident with talking about coaching, with sharing these things. I didn't even care if I was making an extra $50 per month. I was like, that's awesome. I'm going to go get my nails done, And then I saw myself making $100, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I can go get groceries for us. Like, we were newly married and we had just bought in a house. And I'm like, we're over here like penny pinching because we had to renovate our house. But I also wanted to like buy cute home decor, and I wasn't able to do that. And I did a post like a couple of months ago talking about going to Target and dropping like $200 something. In the past, I would never, ever have done that. I would have been like, nope, like $20, I'm putting everything else back, because that's the season of life that we were in. But I got to that point because I had shut down all of that negative self-talk telling me that I couldn't do this, or that people didn't want to hear me talking about this, or people weren't going to see the benefit of being a coach. And I was like, you know what? I need to start believing in this, and I need to start believing in me. And the second I did that, I literally like was, what do you call it? Foot on the gas, like pedal to the metal. I was like, I'm doing this thing. And I wish I would have done that sooner. I wish I would have just told myself, listen, you have to believe in this, and you have to believe in yourself. Because I wasted an entire year telling myself that I couldn't do this, or that I saw it happening for other people and that was great, but I didn't see it happening to me. And we all have goals with this business, whether that's some sort of amount of money that you're making per month, or you maybe just want to keep this as a side hustle and you want to cover your mortgage or car payments, or maybe eventually you're like, hey, I want to leave my full-time job. I've seen so many people do this and they were able to leave their full-time job. I want to be in that position. And you have to remind yourself every single day why you do this. And if your why is not big enough, it's not going to push you through those hard days. It's not going to help instill that belief in you when you're feeling low, and we do have hard days. I still have hard days. I've had a hard week, and I'm just like, this kind of sucks. I wish so-and-so, or I wish I was doing this, or I wish I was having more success, or whatever. And it's like, why am I telling myself that? Right? Like, you have to think about all the good that's happening and just be so grateful for it, and remind yourself, listen, this is why I'm doing this. Even if I'm helping one person a month, that's still awesome. And guess what? Every single day I wake up and I have belief in these programs. I have belief in the nutrition system, belief in the products, whatever products that you're using. If you don't stand behind it, then you're not going to share about it. And people aren't going to ask you about it. And you're going to have a hard time talking to people about it. So I want you guys to reevaluate where your belief is at and ask yourself, why am I not at 100%? If you're not at 100% right now. If you are, that's fantastic. I totally recommend going all in. Go all in with your program. Start a new program if you want to, but go 100% of the way, even 120%. Like, tell yourself that I'm going to do this, and that like you're making a difference. But I promise you that once you have that firm belief in you, it is going to be so contagious that you're going to have more confidence when you're talking about this to other people. You're going to have more confidence in this when you're talking on your Instagram and you're doing stories, you're doing coach sneak peeks. Even if you're a week into this business, like, you may not know everything right now. Get a buddy to do a sneak peek with. Get another new coach. Get a coach from Amber's team, from the Flawless Empire. Group up and do like a team sneak peek. We've done that a couple of times, and it was awesome because everybody was able to share their story. You know, I think I'm going to do a coach sneak peek next week, and I would love for anybody to hop in with me. And you're going to have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know, I'm going to make you go live, and it's not to scare you, but it's to get you comfortable, and it's to get you seeing like, okay, I can do this. You know, eventually I could run a sneak peek on my own. And it gives you the opportunity to invite other people to something. You know, you can say, hey, I've only been doing this for 2 weeks, but I know what's going to happen. Come listen to my coach and other coaches on our team talk about how this opportunity has changed their lives. You know, we have full-time moms, we have full-time businesswomen, we have, you know, literally down the line, nurses, we have, I mean, one of everything, college students. You know, it's so awesome to see how diverse our team is. There are people who want this as a side time hustle. There are people who do this for full-time income, you know, but you giving people an opportunity to come see why you joined this, they're going to see that belief, and they're going to be like, listen, if she's been doing this for 2 weeks and she's like, hey, I want you to come see the hype about what I'm doing, people are going to be like, oh, I'll come check that out, right? Even if you had 2 people, that's still absolutely phenomenal. I waited so long to do coach sneak peeks or to run my own challenge groups because I was scared. And I was like, you know what? People are going to see that I'm not very good at this, you know, but again, once you just shut down that negative self-talk, you tell yourself that you can do this, and you have that 100% belief in everything that you are doing, it is truly going to be so contagious, and it's just going to come so naturally and be so genuine in the way that you're talking to people or talking about it on your Instagram. So I'll share that video with you guys. I'll post it in the Instagram chat. It was literally one of the best videos, even though it's old, but it was really great and helped you just kind of like reevaluate where you're at. And, you know, maybe you aren't having that success right now, and it's like, okay, what can I change right now in my business and with my mindset to put me there, you know, to give me that success that I started out with? Because I'll tell you what, there's nothing wrong with being a slow goer, but if you're sitting there saying, I want to be in this financial space this time next year, or I want to be making this much by next year, then you have to start making the time. Being on power hours, being on team calls, making your business a priority, sharing on your Instagram, running those coach sneak peeks, even though you may not have all the answers. I promise you that there is so much information on YouTube and Google, and if you are struggling in any aspect of coaching, of course you can always come to me and I will redirect you to any tool that I have used, which is mainly YouTube. There are some great topics that you can learn more about, whether that's social media, growing your following, network marketing. There's so many fantastic resources for us. And if you just tell yourself, hey, listen, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get all the information and knowledge that I need, again, it's just going to help you grow in your confidence with this business and really have that belief instilled in you, because that's just going to rub off on other people when you're talking to them about your fit camps or about the coaching opportunity. You have to have that belief. So that was the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. The second thing, and I'm going to try and share my screen with you guys because the last time this did not look good. Let me see how I do this. I posted it. I guess I could just go on Facebook. That's probably easier. I posted this probably like 2 weeks ago, but I want to just reinforce the fact that every coach matters. I know that we can tend to get wrapped up in like rank advancements or being a diamond coach or being an emerald coach, and that truly is so great for you in your business, especially becoming an emerald coach. That is truly when you open up your business center. That's when you start getting free leads, which is free customers, and eventually like free income, and you have the opportunity for bonuses. So that is why we stress so heavily to become an emerald coach quickly, so you can really start building that up. But there's also importance for just remaining an active coach, you know, or making sure that you hit PV, or helping one person, you know, get connected in our community and in our fit camp. And I just wanted to show you guys that again, because obviously we are wrapping up. Well, I shouldn't say we're wrapping up. We are wrapping up 2019. We're in the final quarter of the year, which is awesome. This is also a really big time for us to push for our just overall team. Sorry, I really should have had this pulled up. And this is just so unprofessional over here. That's me, Hot Mess Express. Okay. Okay, well, while I'm pulling that up, does anybody have any questions about anything? Everyone's good? Okay, I got it. I mean, great timing over here. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen with you. This is something that if you haven't seen it in the team page, I would definitely recommend going and checking it out. Okay, so our team has this goal to be an elite team by the end of 2019. Now, right now we stand as a 3-star diamond team, which means we have 3 diamond coaches on our team, 3 leaders on our team, which is incredible. But we need to be at 5 diamond coaches in order for us to hit this goal. Obviously, it's like my hairy, scary goal for us as a team. And if we don't hit it, it's like nothing bad happens. But it's really freaking cool for us to be like, hey, we're a 2019 elite team. First time ever, 3 years into this business. So this is kind of like a little bit of a breakdown to show you how you can play a role in helping our team push for elite in 2019. So obviously you can see there's different breakdowns: new coaches, 2018 to 2019 coaches, and then all coaches. And then obviously other ways that you can contribute. So for the newer coaches, whether it was 2018 or 2019, hitting Success Club every single month. This should be a non-negotiable for your business. We've talked about this several times. It not only helps you cover your products every single month, but it also helps you put money into your pockets, and that's how you produce residual income. That's how you start growing your challenger and your clientele. But it's also how eventually you can start growing your team, because some of those challengers may be really kick-butt challengers that eventually become coaches. Helping at least one person get signed up with a challenge pack in your first or second month as a coach. So when you first sign up as a coach, if you hit Success Club or help one person within that first 30-day span, you're what we call a success starter. You're helping that one person, and you're also aiding in our team's elite points, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, that's not technically your first month coaching, because Beachbody is like, hey, if you signed up on the 18th of the month, we're not going to give you from the 18th to the 30th for your first month. They give you the 18th to the 18th. So it is that full 30-day cycle. That's a way that you can help our team, again, achieving Success Club every single month, which just means helping 3 people get started with some sort of challenge pack or bars or Shakeology HD, whatever that looks like. And then also achieving Success Starter. This is for newer coaches. So going back to kind of that month span, you have 3 30-day cycles. And every single month when you hit Success Club, in that first 3 months, you open up the ability to receive a free ticket to our corporate event, corporate yearly event called Coach Summit. That's going to be in New Orleans next year, so you would be getting a free ticket to that. And then for all coaches in 2018 to 2019 coaches, rank advancing your business, whether it's to Emerald or Diamond, that is absolutely huge. Again, the importance of Emerald, but Diamond just kind of increases that. You truly are building your team. And we need 2 more Diamonds to end 2019. So it's a huge push. It's a huge goal. If you didn't catch the live earlier in the team page, I'm going to be hosting a push group for the last few months of 2019. So some other that coaches that want to go elite in 2019. We've all kind of teamed up. We're in this pod that Lindsay Matway created, and we really want to do this together. It's going to be a great way to connect with other coaches in the business that aren't necessarily in our team. It's just going to be really cool. It's like new energy, new blood coming in. It's going to be really fun, but it's going to be a great way for us to push. So if you are sitting back and you're like, hey, I want to hit Emerald, I want to hit Diamond before 2019 is over with, be in this group. Please shoot me a message, comment on the picture, just let me know so I can get you in there. It's going to be seriously phenomenal. But other ways that you can contribute as a coach is just staying active, having 50 PV every month, or 75 as an Emerald coach, 90 as a Diamond coach. Rank advancing obviously not only helps your coach, but it also helps your team and your team's growth as well. and really just hitting Success Club and generating volume. That just means you're adding to our team's volume. If you're an Emerald coach, you're hitting those team cycle bonuses, which is seriously awesome. So yeah, if you are kind of thinking like, hey, how can I help us push for this? Or you're like, what are some goals that I should have? Definitely check this out. It's going to be so beneficial for you. And just knowing, it makes it so much easier when we have like obtainable goals, or that we have like tangible goals that we can set for ourselves. Say, okay, it's a great way for us to measure the success that we're having in our business. Obviously, what we do, and I talk about this all the time, like we place focus on helping other people. We want other people to be a part of our community, being a part of our team. But the fact that we, get points for that, we don't focus on the points, we focus on the people. But it's a great way for you to truly measure your success, because that just shows, hey, if I hit Success Club 6 month 1, well, what's going to prevent me from hitting Success Club 10 the next month? And then you can just continue to grow on that and build on that and reach for bigger goals, because it's just, it's going to be a direct reflection of what you're making out of this. It's so true that what you put in is what you get out. So if you're putting in the work, you're hitting Success Club, you're building your clientele, you're going to have a bigger income, you're going to have a bigger paycheck, you're going to have a bigger team, and those things are just going to start unfolding for you, which is seriously awesome. So that's just kind of what I wanted to touch on tonight, belief, and then also just letting you know that every single one of you counts. It doesn't mean that you're not ever going to be on the leaderboard, or that you're not going to be a diamond coach. If it doesn't happen in the next 3 months, that's not bad. We're not going to kick you off the team, but it's a great goal for you to have. And it's something that I say this all the time. Like, I wish I would have known then what I know now, because I let almost an entire year go by where I was like afraid to sign Andrew up. I was afraid to sign up my family members. I was afraid to talk to them about this, because I didn't want to fail and I didn't have belief in this. And I lost out on so much opportunity with this business because I let myself talk myself out of it. So I don't want you guys to do that, obviously. And if you guys are sitting on here and you're like, hey, I kind of want to reevaluate what my goals are going to be for end of this year. I'm kind of feeling this way. Can you help me not feel like that? I'm at 50% belief or 80% belief. How do I get to 100? Let's plan a time to chat one-on-one. I really, truly want to make the time for those who want to put in the work. And obviously, you guys all want to do that because you made time to be on this call tonight. You scheduled it. You made it a priority. And that's just really, really important to me. You guys don't even understand. Like, there were times when there were nobody on team calls. There's times when there's 20 people on team calls, and it definitely has fluctuated. But you are showing up, and I just want you guys to know how much I truly, truly appreciate it, because it's definitely not fun when no one's on team calls, but sometimes that's just a part of it. And I just want you guys to know that I am so appreciative of you guys for making this a priority. So yeah, does anybody have any questions? I'm sorry, I didn't even look at the chat. My husband's being a goober. You're so funny. I was literally going to ask for the coaching sneak peek breakdown. Oh, perfect. I'll definitely share that. You're the best. Such a great, you're so sweet. I'm really not. I just get everything from you too. I really do. Seriously, you just build up this like pool in your brain, and then it's like you can just spit fire, and people are like, oh my gosh, where did you get that quote from? And then I'm like, I just made it up, but I got it off YouTube. It's fine. Don't tell people your secrets. Okay, coach sneak peek breakdown. So it really looks different for everybody. Some coaches run it on Instagram. Some coaches run it on Facebook. I've been running it on Instagram for a really long time, but I think I need a new way of doing it. I don't know if I just didn't have the best method when I was on Facebook, but I didn't really get a ton of people watching my videos. And I don't know why, but it's ever changing, and maybe Facebook works now. I don't know. So I'm going to kind of be thinking about how I want to do that. But if you guys want to, I mean, you guys can definitely run one by yourselves, but I think it'd be really cool for maybe even like us 5 to get together. I feel like we're all kind of in different spaces. So it'd be really kind of awesome for us to talk about it. Or maybe, 2 of you guys go together and 2 of you guys go together and you do a kick-ass group. But it's seriously something that like I said, I wish I would have done sooner. I have an Instagram coach sneak peek page that you guys can all check out. If you haven't already, I think it's just, she is _coach info. You can even throw people in there if you wanted to, just if they have questions. I talk about a little bit of everything. I wanted to just pull it up so I could answer some of those questions. What the heck? log me out. But I talk about different things. Instead of making like 12 videos answering questions about different topics, I answered the question and talked about it in a post. And maybe you want to use Instagram. You know, maybe you see the coach sneak peek that I did and you're like, hey, that looks super easy for me. I don't really want to go live every single day. You know, you have to just find what works best for you and just run with it. And guess what? If you have 3 people in it and one of them is your mom and one of them is your sister, who cares? Run with it, get comfortable in front of the camera, do the live videos, you know, and it's not supposed to be perfect. If this was perfect, like, you have to think about things being duplicatable in your business for the people who are watching. The average person does not have time to sit down and like do their makeup and like look super pretty and like have the earrings on and be like, okay guys, I have my whole laundry list of notes here to talk about this topic, and they're going to give you all the facts and figures, whatever. Like, you have to do what works for you and like just be genuinely you. And like, if you stumble over your words or like you stutter or you're like, oh my gosh, I just forgot what I was going to talk about, who cares? People are going to get like real life you, and that's incredible. You know, I do that all the time. Like in my Instagram sneak peek, I had like a highlight section and like I talked about certain topics on there, and I was like, oh, you know, I would mess up or like Knox would run in, and I'm just like, this is real life. This is what I do, you know, but that's also why I do what I do, is so I can be at home with him, and people see that, and that attracts my niche market as, you know, a young mom or maybe women with other kids. But my only advice would just be like, don't think it has to be perfect. You know, it can be a mess. It's not going to mean that you're not going to have people sign up. You could have a full group of like 20 people in there and people are like, dang, she's so relatable. I want to do this too. But as long as you're going in there and you're going in there with the belief that you have in this business opportunity, people are just going to start seeing that, and it's going to be so genuine, and they're going to be like, hey, if she's, you know, 2 months into this, maybe I could do it too. You know, they're going to start seeing themselves in your shoes the more that you're talking about this and the more comfortable you are with talking about it. So I know that's a very roundabout answer, but there's a lot of videos on YouTube about how people run their coach sneak peeks. Some people do 1-day coach sneak peeks. Some people do 3 days. Some people do 5 days. Some people do an entire week. So really, you have to make it work for you and your schedule. And I would do it on days that people don't have a lot going on, so they're going to be like on their phones. People like to do it on the weekend sometimes, and then have like a call on Sunday, like an all call where they ask questions and they can get advice, or they go deeper into certain topics, or they just go on there and talk about their why and their passion and their vision behind this. If you're thinking that you want to be in that 20 and 30 group that I'm hosting with a couple other leaders in the network, one of the first requirements is actually making your 3 to 5 minute video talking about your why and why you want to be in this business. Doesn't matter if you're, like I said, doesn't matter if you're just a coach, you know, and you don't have anybody underneath you right now. You know why you started this business. You know where the vision is. And maybe you're sitting there right now and you're like, right now, my goal is to just cover groceries. And that's freaking awesome. Then you say, a year from now, this is where I'm going to be. And you know why? Is because I've seen other women on our team do that, and I know that it's possible for me. And when other people see that and they hear that and they hear the way that you're talking about it and that excitement that you have, that's when they're going to be like, oh my gosh, like I want to do this too. You know, that's what's going to really draw them in. Angie Bellamere, I think I'm saying her name right, has a very good breakdown of how she does her coach sneak peek. She does a 3-day, and once a day she goes in there and does a live video and talks about, like, the first day is like her why. The second day is like something about the business opportunity, and then the third one is something else. I followed that before, and it's great. And again, it's on YouTube. Basically, like the best resource for sure. Okay, so that answers that question. Does anybody have anything else that they want to talk about, or they have questions, or they want to add? I have to hop on an elite call, but I know that Amber posted about doing a power hour. So if anybody wants to stay on, I will leave my Zoom room open. I think I can do that. If not, I'll let you guys know, and then maybe somebody else can put theirs in. But is everyone good? Thumbs up if you're good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to mute myself and stop recording this and see